Hallo und willkommen zu Lone Star. Wir spielen Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express. Ja, und wir haben hier das letzte Mal diese tollen Kabel verfolgen dürfen, damit wir die Tür aufbekommen zum Safe. Hier war wohl die Bombenwerkstatt, hinten ist noch Geld versteckt. Jetzt hoffen wir, dass wir hier nicht eingesperrt werden. Na, sieht ganz gut aus.
I'll secure the bunker for forensics. Progress at last.
Schön, dass wir auch keine Handschuhe getragen haben, damit Forensic sich freut, dass er unsere Fingerabdrücke überall hat. Zumindest hockt der andere, glaube ich, noch im Auto. Ein Reporter.
I don't need to talk to the suspect right now. I don't need to talk to the suspect right now.
Ja, habe ich auch nicht vor. Ich will ja eigentlich gehen, oder? Wollen wir nicht fahren?
I don't need to talk to the suspect right now.
Die gleiche Kanne.
The gas can I found in the bunker would match this outline perfectly. I don't need to talk to the suspect right now.
Ja, und jetzt? Collect information on Michael Clark.
Footprints.
Muss ich nochmal alles durchgucken? Aber ich war ja doch schon. Ja, das macht Lärm bis hier oben. Und wie soll ich denn jetzt mehr über den rausfinden? Kann ich vielleicht die Tür öffnen? Ja, aber die Farbe ist echt komisch da mit diesem Muster. Das wiederholt sich auch immer. Das ist so ein... Aha, okay. Journalist, Reporter, Press Card. Expires End kann man nicht lesen.
Clark's press card, and the phone number of the newspaper is on it. Ah, good. I can give him a call.
Ja, klar, irgendwie seltsame Nummer hier. Wer weiß denn, ob das überhaupt die richtige ist. So. Kamera ist noch an. Was war denn da für eine? Das ist eine Canon? Aha, hat die Leute beschattet.
Candid photos of the entire Armstrong family. A reporter just doing his job. Or something else?
Vor allen Dingen, als das Kind noch da war. Ist da eine Waffe drin?
The glove compartment is closed.
Drei, 4, 8, 7. Das ist ja nie und nimmer der richtige Reporter hier. Das wird der Entführer sein.
That's it. No rookie mistake there. Hi, I'm Detective Joanna Locke, Berkshire Police. I'd like to speak to an editor, please.
One moment, please. Hello, Detective Locke? This is Abby Wilson. I'm a senior editor. What can I do for you?
Does a man named Michael Clark work for you?
Yes, he does. Why?
When was the last time you heard from him?
Oh, it's been at least 7 or 8 months. That's not unusual.
He works in the field?
Yes, Michael Clark is what we call a stringer. He works as a freelancer, comes up with a story we can use, we pay him, and we don't hear from him again for several months.
What kind of stories does Mr. Clark write?
Mr. Clark is an investigative reporter, mostly crime stories, to tell you the truth. He comes up with some pretty macabre stuff some of the time. Is there a problem? Or a story?
Ja, vielleicht sorgt er für manche Geschichten auch selbst.
Do you remember what the last case he investigated was?
It was a murder case. The victim was a millionaire named James Miller. He was called the Frozen Fish King of Gloucester, Massachusetts. His body turned up in one of his nets. Or, rather, most of it did.
Ah, well, thank you, Ms. Wilson. You've been a great help to me.
Pleasure. I hope he's not in trouble. He can be a little pushy, but he's a good guy overall. So what's he working on now, Detective? Are you sitting on a story?
Thanks again.
Sie hätte uns doch mal ein Bild schicken können von ihm, oder? So, was haben wir noch? Ist da der Schlüssel versteckt? Hier fehlt was. Was auch immer. Aha.
Car keys in the sun visor. A classic hiding place. At least on TV.
Allerdings. Das ist ein Klischee. Hat hinten die Abdeckung auf dem Objektiv nicht drauf. Was hat er da Schönes? 120 bis 300 mm. 2,8. Das ist schon recht lichtstark. Hm? Aber die Sonnenblende fehlt.
Telephoto lens. Not so surprising for a journalist.
Aber dass das einfach hier so reinlegt, das finde ich seltsam. Ein Zertifikat? Und was für eins? Keep in safe place. Naja, void if altered. Department of Transportation.
The vehicle registration is not in the name of Michael Clark or a rental company.
Baker Stefan. Aha, das ist sicher ein anderer, der sieht anders aus. Oder? Ah, doch, nee, ist der gleiche Ausweis. 5.9.75. Männlich, 5'9". Ja, das kann sein.
Clark's driver's license seems to be in order. Okay, time for forensics to attack that bunker. And Clark? He's too sure of himself. I need to get him into an interrogation room and find out what really makes him tick.
Chicago Museum. Nestled on the shores of Lake Michigan, cosmopolitan Chicago shines with an exceptional abundance of arts and cultural attractions. Discover one of the city's crown jewels, the Art Institute, a world-renowned museum that houses iconic work of art. Consistently ranked among the world's best museums, the Art Institute houses a remarkable collection of ancient art and artifacts spanning a period from 5000 BC to the present. From its exceptional collection to its interactive guides, there are plenty of opportunities to spend the day exploring the Art Institute's galleries. Ja. Wer hat denn das geschrieben hier? Das ist exceptional, steht da oben und hier steht nochmal exceptional. Das wiederholt sich hier. Naja. Und noch was? So, dann gehen wir doch jetzt mal, oder?
I know my rights. You can't keep somebody locked up in a car like this, you know. You wouldn't do it if I was a dog. Do they have bathrooms at the station?
Okay, kam noch mal dieser schöne Ton.
I have the right to make a phone call, Detective whatever your name is.
That phone is an outside line.
Hello, boss. It's Michael Clark. I'm still on the Armstrong kidnap, but there's a small problem. I got caught being someplace I shouldn't be. I'm at the police station. No, I'm not under arrest. Just questioning. Fire me. Why? The station's integrity? You're kidding me, right? If you think I've screwed up that badly, then fire me. Got that? Fire me. Yes, do it.
That didn't go well.
I think I got my point across. What happens now?
Go ahead. Then we'll have a chat.
Ja, die wollen die Hütte abfackeln. Der hat den anderen angerufen. Der hängt da nämlich mit drin, ist so ganz klar. Sarah Baxter. Have you seen this woman? Massachusetts Police. Jude McCarthy. Here's Wells. Da ist die arme Daisy. Aber was gibt's noch für Beweise? Ah, Mustache.
I've earned a gold mustache.
Na, wunderbar. 2 von 5. Ja, gar keine Lust, die alle zu suchen.
Now that we've taken your DNA, we can begin. Interview of suspect Michael Clark, 6 p.m., March 30th, 2019. This interview is being recorded.
By elves behind the mirror, no doubt?
You were arrested at a crime scene where you damaged police barricade tape.
I'll pay for a new roll.
That's a Class A misdemeanor, and it carries a $500 fine.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
To begin with, where were you on the night Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped?
I was watching TV in my motel room, but I had my police scanner on. I heard the first reports that the little girl was missing. No way the police at the scene were gonna let me get close. I set my alarm so I could get on the story first thing in the morning and tried to sleep. It was difficult.
Can anybody confirm where you were?
No, afraid not. I was alone and sleepless. A sad combination. And I realized a bad alibi.
Tja, da fangen wir damit an. Er fährt das falsche Auto. Hm?
Let's start with why you went to the cabin.
If the police were interested in it, I was interested in it.
How did you find the cabin?
Police radio. I heard the forensic team getting directions. Then, when they finally left the scene late this morning, I jumped in my pickup and hurried on up the mountain.
You tore the tape at the entrance to the property and stomped all over the house. This constitutes a serious violation of a crime scene, Mr. Clark.
I'm aware of that. I'm sorry. I'll pay the fine. But I got carried away. It isn't often I get a crime scene all to myself.
He's enjoying himself. I need to throw him off balance somehow. Surprise him into making an error. Explain to me again how you got to the crime scene.
I listened in on the police radio frequency. Anybody can do it with a scanner. I headed for the crime scene
Haben
in
die
my
nicht
trusty
Digitalfunk, der
pickup,
verschlüsselt
like I've
ist?
done for years. After the forensic team left, I needed to see the crime scene for myself. I got to the bunker just before you arrived.
Confrontation. Wir wissen da jetzt was Falsches. Ja, das mit dem Scanner wissen wir nicht, aber ich hätte gedacht, das geht nicht.
You said you've been driving that pickup for years?
You heard right. Thanks to it, I never miss a story.
You say you've been using your pickup for years, but the title certificate is not in your name. The truck belongs to somebody named Stephen Baker.
Okay, I don't get why the pickup is so important to you, but I guess my ego made me say that. Yeah, the pickup was lent to me by a friend. I couldn't afford it even with a loan.
I think you stole it, Mr. Clark. You needed a pickup like that for our mountain roads, so you stole that one.
Try proving it. But while you run off on some wild goose chase, you can't hold me.
Ja, doch. Ich würde sagen, das reicht auf jeden Fall schon mal. Weil wenn dann rauskommt, dass das Auto geklaut ist dann, und er hat's, wer soll es denn dann gewesen sein? Hm?
You say you're a journalist, a stringer for Channel 6 News in Boston.
I sell my stuff to lots of media outlets.
What is the most relevant topic? The camera was left in the car.
Your camera was in your pickup. You didn't want to take pictures of the crime scene?
I like to get the lay of the land. Once I see the story I want to tell, then I start documenting it.
I don't know any journalist who works a case without their camera close at hand. He thinks he's invincible. I need to play his ego. That's the key. What are you doing in the Berkshires? And what is your connection to the Armstrong case?
For the past few months, I've been working on a big case. Boston 6 News was looking forward to my next story. The Armstrongs have been on my list of potential targets for a long time. I changed gears when Daisy was kidnapped and started investigating the Armstrongs.
Okay, das wird schon erklären, warum er da war. Ja, er war schon vorher da, ne?
So you just stumbled on a major kidnapping story during your stay in the Berkshires?
Yeah, I was researching PCBs in the river for crying out loud. Then, wow, the Armstrongs. That's not a Science Sunday report. That's a lead. Sometimes you just get lucky.
Your camera in the pickup. There were photos of Daisy from before she was kidnapped.
The Armstrongs are a famous family, like the Kennedys or Hollywood couples. Gossip sites love them. People want to see how they live. I started out just stealing candid shots. Paparazzi live on getting that one exclusive shot. Steamy, intimate, whatever. Then when the kidnapping happened, I realized I was here first. What an opportunity. And I jumped at it.
You have an answer for everything.
You're not very good at this, are you? How long have you been on the job?
Long enough to put you away for life. If you killed that little girl.
Ja, das sind schon genügend Indizien, die wir ja eigentlich haben. Er hat Bilder von ihr vorher gemacht. Wir haben seine Gascan im Bunker. Er ist zu dem Bunker gegangen. Er hat die Leute vorher überwacht. Er ist durch den Schuppen und der wird auch jetzt abgebrannt werden, sodass Beweise vernichtet werden sollen. Das reicht doch.
Let's move on to the gas cans and what we found in your pockets when you were brought in here today.
That sounds exciting.
In addition to the gasoline in the back of your pickup and another in the bunker, you had a lighter and gloves in your pockets. You were going to set fire to the bunker and every scrap of
Der
evidence
sah aber
inside.
ziemlich
Where to
aus
begin?
Beton
sorry
aus.
to
Die kann man doch
disappoint
sicher
you,
gar nicht
but I
abbrennen.
wasn't planning to use these things to destroy the crime scene. I've been around crime scenes my entire career. I brought the gloves so as not to contaminate it with my fingerprints. The gas can in the back of my pickup, I use it to put gas in the truck. Gas stations are few and far between in your mountains. I didn't know there was a gas can in the bunker. If that's true, I did you a favor. My arrival obviously scared off somebody planning to burn everything.
Do you also have an excuse for your lighter?
The lighter? I'm trying to quit smoking. I used the lighter as a reminder not to start again.
I know that Clark is lying. I need to reconstruct the whole sequence of events in order to understand what happened.
Reconstruct the events. I have to be able to reconstruct the events. Es zerbricht mir fast die Zunge hier. Reconstruct, to be able to reconstruct. Ja, das geht doch. The events that took place before I arrived at the bunker. Also, da sind wir gekommen. I arrived at the cabin. Clark, close the bunker. Ja. I come and surprise Clark. Also, der geht ganz hinten hin. Ja, wann er gekommen ist, wissen wir aber nicht. Tür zu. Open Bunker. Vielleicht so?
No, I did something wrong.
Burp. Dann so rum vielleicht?
No, Joanna. That doesn't track.
Oh. Völlig versagt. Ich glaube, es ist aber ziemlich egal, wie die Reihenfolge
Hey,
hier
I'm a
gewesen
pretty
wäre.
good detective after all.
Ach was.
I'll tell you what really happened. You waited until forensics left and arrived in your probably stolen pickup. You grabbed a can of gasoline from your truck. You then went into the cabin to check if Daisy had been found. You then went straight to the bunker to see if it had been discovered, planning to set it on fire and destroy all the evidence inside. Before you could start the fire, you heard me arrive. So you hastily left your gas can and closed the hatch. You didn't think I could open the bunker. If I hadn't found you, I expect you would have burned down the cabin too.
I'm not gonna make fun of you, Detective, or how you handled my interrogation. You're obviously very new at this. I swear I'm telling the truth. I didn't know the bunker was there until the moment you showed up. I seem to have trumped your entire police force.
When I get the DNA results from the bunker, we'll continue this conversation.
You have no concrete evidence against me whatsoever.
The lab results will be in soon. You won't get away with this. See that call? That's your arrest warrant and a one-way ticket to prison. I'll be right back.
Ja, und jetzt ist der Bunker abgebrannt worden.
Hello, sir. I think I found the man who kidnapped Daisy Armstrong. I'm interrogating him now.
Hold on, Detective Locke. I have some bad news. Someone set fire to the cabin in the bunker. The fire department is on the scene, but they say it's too late.
That's impossible. My suspect has been in the interrogation room with me all evening.
We can't hold him. Suzanne Moreau. Her fingerprints are on the wine bottle found in the cabin. We also found an unknown person's fingerprints, but they don't match your suspects.
Sir, with all due respect, I'm convinced Michael Clark is involved.
Detective, I'm cutting you some slack already. But we cannot hold your suspect simply because you're convinced he's guilty. We have evidence that Suzanne was working with an accomplice, Noah Garrity. I order you to release the reporter and arrest this Moreau.
Let me just check my last lead. The DNA analysis of the hair found in the bunker safe. The results just came in.
I know how hard this is. Okay. Get the DNA results. Detective Locke, I will give you 1 hour maximum. Then you close the file and arrest Suzanne Moreau.
Thank you, sir.
Naja, also gut, da war schon mal der Anruf von vorhin. Ne? Und ich glaube, wir können ihn den ganzen Tag hier festhalten, ohne dass er hier was machen kann. Oh, was, komme ich hier nicht raus? Oh, nö.
This is all a game to him, and he doesn't expect to lose. Case files. A lot of them for our tiny town. I'll add these to the file. Anything that will erase Clark's smile. The only comfortable chair in the whole station. But there's no time to rest. An extra computer so I don't have to go all the way out to my desk.
Ja, aber jetzt? Ich will nicht reingehen. Ich will ihn eine Stunde noch festhalten.
Who did you call earlier?
An editor from the Boston 6 News.
An editor you repeatedly said should fire you. That was your accomplice, wasn't it? You were telling him to start the fire.
An accomplice?
Noah oder Jonas? Woher soll ich das jetzt wissen? Ich weiß nicht mehr, wie er heißt. Was, Noah? Ja, ich glaube, der Name war Noah, oder?
I know it was Noah you called.
I'm saying nothing more without the presence of my lawyer.
Stay right where you are. I'm not done with you yet.
Wow. Do I hear grounds for a lawsuit?
Some poor innocent woman is being accused instead of you. You set her up, didn't you?
You have to let me go, Detective.
All I need is one more phone call to the lab. I know it's you, and I'm going to prove it. Hello, this is Joanna Locke. I need the results of the DNA test I asked you for.
Hi, Detective. Sorry, we only have the DNA sequence. We haven't had time to compare it with the suspects yet. It'll take 7 more hours. I'm sorry, but you are not the only one on the waiting list.
Send your analysis to my computer in the office. I'll do the comparison myself.
I need
Na,
authorization.
I have a murderer who is going to walk free unless I get those results now.
Fine, we'll send it to you right away, but I'll have to log this.
Log all you want.
It's my last chance.
Na, supi.
This is all a game to him, and he doesn't expect to lose.
What? Was soll ich jetzt eins von den Dingern hier in diesem Ding da finden? Ist irgendwie, okay. Also den brauchen wir gar nicht verglauchen. Ich meine, da brauchen wir gar nicht gucken. Der passt. Moment, den hatte ich doch vorhin irgendwo. TTA, war das hier?
No. No! Suzanne? I don't understand. I was sure it would be Clark's hair. I'll have to let him go.
Naja, ist natürlich geplantet, ne?
You can leave.
Mit deinem geklauten
Sorry
Auto.
it didn't work out for you, Detective. Maybe you should consider a career change.
Nee, keine Sorge.
We are not done.
Genau, wollte ich auch gerade sagen. Dich
Oh,
erwische ich
but
noch.
we are, my dear. We are done.
No.
I had no choice but to return to the Armstrong house to arrest Suzanne Moreau.
Und das machen wir wieder alleine.
The arrest warrant for Suzanne Moreau. Suzanne was set up by Clark and Noah. They are the kidnappers, but I'm not giving up. When Suzanne comes up for trial, I will fight for her defense. But for now, the district attorney is in charge. If I want to stay a detective, he always has the last word. The door is wide open. How strange. Hey, is anyone there? Miss Moreau? Miss Moreau? This is Detective Locke. Miss Moreau, can you hear me? It's me, Detective Locke. You must get up now. Miss Moreau?
Ja, bisschen viele Pillen, ne?
Miss Moreau, can you hear me? Suzanne Moreau is dead. There are no traces of blows or injuries on her body. She doesn't seem to have defended herself from anyone. It appears Suzanne killed herself by ingesting all these drugs. Suzanne's diary is missing.
Die wurde umgebracht.
glasses are missing.
Ein ausgedruckter Brief, das glaubt ja keiner.
Suzanne was telling the truth about her mother.
Achso. Ich dachte, das sollte jetzt ein Abschiedsbrief sein. Ja, das glaubt doch kein Mensch.
She must have realized at last how she'd been used. The death of her mother would have been an additional shock, and the self-righteous court of social media was as quick as usual to try and convict her. I called the district attorney to inform him.
This is Detective Locke, sir. I'm at the Armstrong house.
Have you arrested Suzanne Moreau?
She's dead, sir. Apparent suicide, but I need a forensics team.
She killed herself out of remorse for her part in the crime.
We don't know that yet. I'm calling forensics now, but I wanted you to know.
What a mess. Stay on site until forensics arrive.
Yes, sir. Standing by.
The investigation was officially closed. I was certain that she was innocent, and Clark had been responsible for 4 deaths and then vanished into thin air. With $1 million. Dollars marked, though, and not easily spent. I didn't care if the case was officially closed.
I swore, Mr. Poirot, whatever it took, I would hunt him down.
Orient Express, December the 17th, 2023, 1:56 p.m.
I waited for the forensics team, then went into the station to write my report. I was officially off the case.
Thank you, mademoiselle. That obviously cannot be the completion of your story. If I might ask a question?
Of course.
Ratchet was Noah, Mrs. Moreau's boyfriend.
Suzanne Moreau's boyfriend, the one who manipulated her and burned down the cabin. This was Ratchet?
No, he was an accomplice. Clark, the phony journalist, was the leader.
Michael Clark, the reporter. He was Ratchet?
Absolutely. I was the only law enforcement official to question Clark. I knew this wasn't his first kidnapping.
You looked for similar cases. What do you Americans call the MMOs?
Means, motive, and opportunity. Yes, I looked for someone in plain sight. Someone on the edge of a kidnapping case. Someone in plain view, keeping track of the investigations. An innocent witness, a concerned neighbor, even another reporter.
And eventually you found a name behind an alias.
Yes, I found a name. Cassetti, the real name. The real name of the man you call Ratchet is Cassetti.
This explains much, mademoiselle, but not all.
It explains why she is our #1 suspect.
But not how she came to be on this train. Attends, she has grown pale.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Excuse me, Mr. Poirot. I don't feel very well.
You are exhausted and still feeling the effects of the drug. Stay with us, mademoiselle. One more effort. I need to know your recent movements.
I snuck aboard the train.
This I observed. You came directly to this room?
Yes, and other than a couple of careful trips to the ladies yesterday, I never left this room. I didn't want to be spotted by Ratchet. Yesterday, I chatted with my roommate, Miss Schmidt, I think, here in our room. She brought me some dinner. I got very sleepy and nodded off.
And now she nods off again. Is this a joke? She must be faking so we can't interrogate her further, Poirot.
No, Book. She really seems to have fallen asleep again. It is my fault. She must have been given a dangerous dose of sleeping pills last night. The effects should wear off soon, I hope, but I am afraid asking her to tell us her story was too much for her.
Pinch her, Poirot. She's faking.
Her eyes are dilated. She is not faking, and there will be no pinching. Dr. Constantine, please stay with her. Monsieur Bouc, ask the other passengers to gather in the dining car. There are still many questions I need to ask.
But all of them together? Won't someone overhear you questioning the others?
I will speak softly because I am trained to do so. They will speak softly because they want to.
Very well. I will do as you say.
Ja, hat der Poirot wieder versagt. Ich hätte gedacht, es wäre der Kumpane gewesen und nicht der Ratchet selber. Weil das wäre ja schon arg gefährlich. Wieso soll er da selber hingehen? Der hätte doch immer einfach seinen Untergebenen geschickt, oder nicht? Naja.
I'll stay here to watch over Miss Locke.
Mach das. Ja, wir sollen wohl mit den anderen reden. Aber ich würde sagen, das machen wir nicht mehr heute. Machen wir an dieser Stelle lieber erstmal ein kleines Päuschen. Und ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal.